Just rejecting the offer. Is this your first felony? Yep. It's mandatory, right? Not mandatory.
If you want to go to trial and not accept a plea agreement, then listen to your attorney and do what he's telling you to do.
Okay, so basically this completely off the table right now, the plea?
Yeah.
Right there, and there.
What is, what's all this?
Defamation, man. They've been gaslighting me for 5 weeks straight. Been doing my best to get to the population going and try to stay out of trouble. They all look on the microphone.
All right, this is, stop talking. This is cause numbers 24 DCCR 1500, 24 DCCR 1614, 1615, 25 DCCR 0436, and you're Traylon Hill. And Mr. Hill's charged, let me go through this, in cause number, the first one, 1500, with obstruction or retaliation. Do not do that again.
My apologies.
Who's in here for him?
My grandmother.
All right. Ma'am, can you move over to that back corner so that he cannot see you and be distracted? Thank you for being here. Mr. Hill, you just don't know how to behave, do you?
I apologize.
Saying you're sorry doesn't matter. Nonsense. Since we were here last time, I don't even know how many more pages of the nonsense that you've been doing in our jail.
It's gaslighting. It's solicitation.
Okay.
And I've been trying my best to stay out the way. I've been getting bullied over the microphone. I have inmates there encouraging the inmates to harass me, calling me punks, alpha, profit, you know, plenty of things. Gangster player, mad.
Yeah.
Water. Man, I'm just trying my best to stay out the way.
Okay.
I got a job. I got a home. An actual home. I don't stay in apartments or anything like that. My mama actually owns rent houses. And you know what I'm saying? I'm actually trying to take care of the family business. And my dad's 76 years old.
Yeah.
My best to stay out the way.
Well, it doesn't look like you are.
Yeah, it's tough in that facility. It's a war zone.
So one of the time you're running back and forth, playing like a little kid in the day room.
I work out.
Who made you do that?
I'm a boxer. I work out.
Are you allowed to do that in the jail?
In the rec room, yes. Ma'am.
Okay, so are you allowed to do it in the other room?
I have a one-man cell in the facility.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
You are?
I'm not running freely throughout the facility or anything like that, but I do work out a lot every day.
So are you, who made you dash the floor with water?
Everyone in that facility has a water.
Who made you dash the floor with water?
I'm not the only one.
Listen to my question.
No one did.
No, but you did it on your own,
Yeah,
right?
it
Nobody's
okay.
Stop talking when I'm talking. I'm going to ask you some yes or no questions.
Okay.
So nobody's making you do those things, right? Nobody bullied you into dashing water, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hold on a second. What about why do you continue to make comments to the female officers out there? Why do you think that's okay after you've been told not to do that?
Sitting in the cell all day long, man. When I see them women, I get hurt. I'm a little boy. I admit that.
Because you're a lover boy?
Yes, ma'am.
So you understand that part of all of this trouble and being able to get your cases worked out is because you can't follow that rule.
Yeah, I hate that.
Did somebody bully you into being that way to those officers?
In a manner, you know what I'm saying? When
yeah?
you're dealing with these stressful inmates, you know what I'm saying? I love to be around my mama boy.
Judge, based on his Sunday night activity, I'm pretty sure there'll be a new case coming.
Yeah.
I've got to call into the investigator for the sheriff's department to find out when they'll bring that over. But I would ask that we go ahead and set these in for trial.
And we've already talked before about the fact that everything that's happening, a jury is going to know about all that. You understand that? Okay, and do you think that's going to help you or hurt you when a jury hears how you're behaving in the jail?
When it comes down to video footage and how I explain it, I think my efforts will be pretty good.
You think so?
Yes, ma'am.
You think, let's go through real quick before we do this rejection. And cause number 24-1500, you're charged with obstruction or retaliation. Is that a third?
That is a third, Your Honor.
Third-degree felony, which means if you're found guilty, the range of punishment is between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And cause number 24, DCCR 1614, you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And second-degree felony offense, which means the punishment range is between 2 years and up to 20 years in prison if you're found guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And cause number 24, DCCR 1615, you're charged with aggravated robbery, which is a first-degree felony, which means if you're found guilty, the range of punishment is a minimum 5 years up to life in prison. Do you understand?
Okay.
And then in 250436, you're charged with burglary of a habitation, which is a second-degree felony. The punishment range in that is between 2 years and up to 20 years if you're found guilty. Do you understand?
Correct.
I have here on the computer a plea bargain rejection that shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer, wanted to enter a plea of guilty for a 10-year term in prison on a lesser offense of robbery.
Of robbery and dismissal of the other charges.
You have every right to reject that.
It was an excellent deal, but
That's fine. I just want you to know that after today, I will accept no plea agreements. A jury is going to decide, because I don't know that I even agree with this. So today's the day. If you want to take it, fine. If not, you're going to trial. A jury will decide if you're guilty or not. And then if you are found guilty, that jury will determine what your punishment is. And is that what you want to do?
are all these charges going to be on one trial?
They don't necessarily have to be, because you've got 3 different dates.
Your Honor, the robbery and aggravated assault are the same offense day. I'd expect to try them together.
Okay, so what can happen is you will, it sounds like the aggravated assault and the aggravated robbery will be tried together.
Yes, ma'am.
It's important that you understand also, if you're found guilty on those, then the state can also try you later on one or both of the other cases. If you're found guilty on those, because the offense dates are different dates, there is the possibility that any sentence that a jury gives you could be stacked or run consecutively. Do you understand?
Right.
All right, we'll get it set for trial. Go back with the bailiff. Good luck, Mr. Burbank.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't know that I've ever been so mad at a defendant. Can't help it. Kevin Ross, Mr. Burbank?
I mean, you know, we started with this.
Yeah. It's gonna keep on getting worse, because the jury's gonna... And there's no paperwork on Mr. Ross, right?
I do have a bond request.
Oh. Good morning, you're Gracie Cassidy? Yes. And Ms. Cassidy was previously in court and entered a plea of guilty in cause number 24 DCCR 1480 to the third-degree felony offense of unlawful carrying a weapon in prohibited place. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
State has to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections?
Your Honor, the only, fact I would like to say is
She's now living in Georgia and it'll be transferred to Georgia for supervision.
Just make sure when you talk to probation, they'll get that all taken care of. The biggest thing about your probation being transferred is it kind of means you have double duty. So you will be reporting in person where you live, but you're still technically on this probation here in Texas. So it's not like the whole Well, no, there's one fee, but you will have to report either by mail or online here as well each month. So you're going to go in person there, and you also have to report here. So you can't forget to do that mail-in or the online reporting here, because that would be a violation. It's just a lot of people they think they're doing everything right because they're reporting in person over there, but you have to stay in touch with us as well. All right.
Judge, real quick, I apologize. There is one thing, and I spoke to Mr. Maker about this previously.
Oh, that's right.
There seems to be maybe a new charge in Georgia. I don't know the circumstances of this, nor do I recognize the charge.
Yeah.
And it's equivalent with us.
Hang on, ma'am.
So that's the only thing that's new that I wasn't aware of, and I spoke to Mr. Maker about before, and he was gonna find out.
Okay, so whatever you have to take care of, obviously in Georgia with regard
I
to...
don't have anything to take care of. That was like what they were holding me in Georgia.
That's the case, Judge, but
I got in a car
I
accident, they arrested me because I had a warrant here.
I got you. Okay. All right.
But I believe they dealt with that. Well,
Okay.
there was nothing to deal with, I just they had to find out.
That's where you got arrested, and then they transferred you here?
I didn't get transferred, I just had city jail for 44 days
Okay.
to find out.
Okay. Got it.
That's
Okay.
sufficient for the state.
All right.
I just didn't know.
Okay, Ms. Cassidy, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient of...
I have a question.
Yes.
This packet, it said like I had to do like 300 hours of community service.
We'll explain all that to you at probation.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're on felony probation. It's required. If you talk to your probation officer, if you're doing everything right, sometimes they waive part of those, sometimes they don't. It depends on how you're doing. Do you understand? This could be a lot worse, so you probably need to fix your attitude real quick. Because having a bad attitude with me does nothing good for you. Okay. So I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, I'm going to follow your agreement and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 4 years. You're ordered to pay a $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have a felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, at the end, the case is actually dismissed. You will never have a felony conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, you could be found guilty and sent to prison for anywhere between 2 and 10 years. Do you understand? Okay. One thing is, on these types of probation, if you do everything you're supposed to, I sign early terminations from probation all the time. But it means you have to get it all taken care of early and up front. So take care of everything, and then there's the possibility of getting off early. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right, good luck to you, ma'am.